All right, today's lesson is 3.9. We're on page 188 in your books, number 3 through 6. For your do now problems, please pause your video right now and work on those problems. If there's one that's hard for you, skip it, go to the next one, work for about 5 minutes, and then check your answers. All right, so number 3 was a least common multiple problem. Remember, we find our prime factors, and then the shared prime factors. The 2 goes in the center. The one that is only a 6 goes on this side, only a 5 on this side. Multiply them all together to get your least common multiple, which is 30. 30 juices, 30 yogurts is how many will be bought. So the juices come in packages of 6. So we're going to divide 30 by 6 to find out that we're going to buy 5 packages. The yogurts come in packages of 10. So we're going to divide 30 divided by 10, and we'll buy 3 packages of yogurts. All right, next. Allison saves $29.26 each month. How many months will it take her to save enough money to buy a stereo for $339.12? So we're going to divide. Remember, whenever you have a decimal in your divisor, we move it 2 spots to get rid of it. When you divide, you will get 11 and this remainder. So you have some left over. So we're going to go up to the next month. So you're going to go from 11 months to 12 months. It's going to take at least 12 months to save all of that money she wants to save. All right, the library and the school. Okay, so it's describing where the library, the school, and the park is. We have to add those distances because it's going in 2 different directions. Remember, when you add, you line up your decimals. It should be 2 and 35 hundredths of a mile. And the last one, tours at the art museum are offered every 1/3 hour starting at 10 a.m. The museum closes at 4 p.m. How many tours are offered each day? So we have from 10 to 4. So we have from 10 to 4 being, let's see. Oh, so yeah, so we just have to figure out counting 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 6 hours. So we take our 6 hours and divide by third hours, each third hour. And when you divide a fraction, remember that you can flip the second and multiply. So we would just have ones here on the bottom so that you don't even need to put those. 6 times 3 is 18, so 18 tours. Because each hour there's 3 thirds, so 6 times 3 is 18. All right. Today we are going to talk about finding distances on a coordinate plane. The essential question: how can you find the distance between 2 points that lie on a horizontal or vertical line on a coordinate plane? So we're going to unlock the problem. The map of Foggy Mountain Park is marked on a coordinate plane in units of 1 mile. So if you look here, it's units of 1 mile. There are 2 campgrounds in the park. Camp 1 is located at -4, 3. So -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 3, 1, 2, 3. So that is Camp 1. Then it says Camp 2 is located at 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then up 1, 2, 3, and that is Camp 2. How far is it from Camp 1 to Camp 2? So from 0, the absolute value, let's talk about, so we graph the points. We're just going to talk about this question. I'm not going to use all of this, reading all this to you, because I think it will take a long time to make sure I read that all to you. But I'm going to talk about how to figure this out. So if you look here, this from 4 to our y-axis, the -4 to the y-axis would be an absolute value of 4. The absolute value of 4 is 4 miles. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4 miles. And then we're going to add to that the 5 that it's going to take to get out here, 2.2. So we're going to 4 plus 5 equals 9 miles. So there we will be using the absolute value to find out the distance between these 2 points. Okay, let's do a couple of these. Give you some examples. Find the distance between the pair of points. So we're going to have point -3, 1, and 2, 1. So here we have -3, 1. Here we have 2, 1. A horizontal distance from a -3, 1 to the y-axis is the absolute value of the -3, right? Let's just count and make sure. 1, 2, 3. So that answer would be 3. Absolute value of -3 is 3. The horizontal distance from 2, 1 to the y-axis is the absolute value of 2, or 2. So the distance from -3 to 2, 1, -3 to 2 is 5. So 3 plus 2 is 5. All right, so notice here we are using our x-coordinates to figure that out because our x-coordinates are on the horizontal line. So now we are finding the distance from 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, to 2, -4. So now we are going this distance, and this is going to be a vertical line. So we're going to be looking at our 1 that we move up, so the absolute value of our y coordinate, 1, plus the absolute value of the -4, our y coordinate on this one. So that would be 1 plus 4 equals 5. The distance between that pair of points is 5. All right, here we're going from 2 to a -2, -4, 1, 2, -4, so that's down here, and then a 4, -4. Whoops, 4, -4. We are on, now we are going to on a horizontal distance, where we're finding a horizontal distance between 2 points. We are using our x-coordinates. So on this one, they are both on the same side of the y-axis. So we are going to use subtraction instead of addition here. So we have, here we're at 4. So 4, our absolute value of 4, minus the absolute value of this one, minus absolute value of 2. So if you count here, it's 1, 2 points away. 4, absolute value of 4 minus the absolute value of 2 is 2. They are 2 lines away. All right, here we have a -3, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then up to a +3, so that's this point. And then we have our -3, 1. And these are going to be 2. The distance is going to be 2. And let's see why. So they're both on the same side as the x of the x-axis. They're in the same the same quadrant. And so we are going to use subtraction. When they're on opposite sides, we use addition. Same side, we use subtraction. So this is going to be 3, the y value, minus the 1. So 3 minus 1 equals 2. They are 2 away, 2 apart, distance of 2. All right, so we're going to graph this pair of points and then find the distance between them. So we're just going to draw a little grid here, and this is going to be 0, so we don't go either direction this way. Both of these x's are zeros. We go 0, +5, and a 0, -5. So this is a +5, -5, and they are on opposite sides of the x-axis, so we need to add the absolute value of those two numbers. So we're adding this distance to this distance. So the distance between those 2 points will be 10. All right, then this one, go 1, +1, over 1, -3. So this is going to be at a -3. This is at a +1 of our x's. And this is the one that is different, right? So these are on different sides of the x-axis. When they are on different sides, we need to add their absolute value. And I will show you why. So this would be 1 hop, and then the 3 to get down. Altogether should be 4, a distance of 4. Let's do one more of those. Here we have a -2, so over 2, and then a -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. That's this point, and then a -2, -1. So those 2 points are in the same quadrant, and they're both on the same side of the x-axis. So we are going to take the absolute value of 5, -5, and subtract this time, because they're on the same side, the absolute value of -1. 5 minus 1 is 4. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the distance apart. Okay. It says write the coordinates of a point that is the given distance from the given point. So we have 4 units from 3, 5. So we have 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are going to be at 3, and we want to go of a point, could be any point from the given distance. So this one could go 4 units from 5. So we could be at 3. We could go up 4 more units, which would give us a 9, or you could go down 4 units. So 5 minus 4 would be 1. So it could be 3, 1. Either of those would work. All right, then we have 2, 1, 2, up 1, and we are going to go 6 units from 2, 1. So we could go 6 units further, so 2 plus 6 would be 8, or we could go 6 units back. So 2, and then this would be 1, 2, and then we'd still have to go 4 more units, so we could go to a -4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it would end up at a -4 on our x-axis. All right? All right. I think I'm going to let you try this one. I feel like on the program, they'll give you really good visual models, and a lot of times you just need to count. I did want to show you how to use the absolute value, because I think it's important that you understand when we use absolute value and why we use it. And this is a good example when you're finding distance, even though you're just on the negative area or the negative quadrants, you still would use the distance in a positive way. That's how we use absolute value in these problems. All right, if you need help, just let me know.